Alright, so I don't know if we're supposed to be expecting a few people that are actually gonna make a YAF chapter. I don't know if you guys know what a YAF chapter is.
Never.
No? Well, it's like another College Republicans, but just a different name. And they're supposed to meet here. I don't know if you guys are for that. I don't think you guys have heard about it, so you guys are probably not in here for that. But we'll just start the meeting, and after it's done, they should be coming. But anyways, let's start. So if you guys, if this is your first time, sign in. You can do it through your, your phone, through Snapchat on Android, WhatsApp, or if you have an iPhone, just pull up the camera and it scans it automatically. This will do like a sign in to know who's been attending to the meeting. So. All right, so I'll take it as everyone already signed in, or unless you guys want more time.
Bring up to what?
This?
Yeah, that's, I don't got Snapchat or anything like that.
Do you have an iPhone?
No.
Oh, do you have WhatsApp?
Yeah.
I think you could be able to, you should be able to scan it. I think in settings it tells you like or just any QR scanner. But if not, I can just give you what is it? I'll sign you in at the end of the meeting, so there's no sweat. You guys don't have to sign in right now. But without further ado, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you guys could please stand up.
Yep.
I think I got it. You can do it to there or to the screen, it doesn't matter. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the one state, Texas one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. So future events. I don't know if you guys those of you that just came in today in the afternoon at 6:30, we're going to be having some of the Congress candidates, congressional candidates coming in that are, going to be running for election. If you guys would like to know more about them, they're going to be here at the Student Union in the Edinburgh campus. Uh, yeah, that's today at 6:30. If you guys would like to, what is it, uh, listen to their positions and stuff like that. The candidates are Dr. Ray Gonzalez, Sandra Witten, Tim Wesley, and Ryan Kraus. I don't know if you guys have heard about them, but they'll be there. So if you have any questions, uh, maybe if you're lucky, you'll be able to ask them. There's that for future events. Also, we're also thinking about getting a new logo for the flyers. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know what you're thinking about. I know what is it. I'm planning on renovating the flyers that you guys saw. I'm gonna put the updated symbol that we have on our Facebook profile picture. So there's that. There's also the new JAF chapter. They were gonna hold their elections today, but I don't know if they're gonna get here. But yeah, they're just starting getting the positions available were secretary, treasurer, and vice chairman or vice president. So, but if you guys are interested and they get here on time, then they'll do the elections. So current issues, the Democratic debate. They held a watch party here at the student union.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
It's okay. I'm
Yeah.
Eddie.
Nice.
Very durable. Yeah.
What is it? So yeah, we infiltrated the Democratic debate watch party, and it was three members, including me, and one of them had the balls to wear the MAGA hat at the watch party. And
Oh, God.
yeah, no, but I mean, what is it? It was funny because I was talking with him. It's like, hey, once we get out, we scream out, "Keep America Great 2020." He didn't do it. He did it after me, but I mean, anyways, yeah, it was really fun. There was a girl looking at us with very like concerned eyes, like, oh. Especially the guy with the mag hat.
It's not like we're gonna shank anybody or anything.
Yeah, I mean, but they think we are probably. I don't know, man. They just kept giving us an ugly face. I tried blending in. It's like, oh yeah, Kamala sounds pretty good right now, whatever. So I can disassociate, but I think they kind of saw that, oh, they're just here. What is it? Making fun of us with that person wearing the MAGA hat. But yeah.
You could say, Mr. O'Rourke sounds pretty funny. He's like a funny guy.
I think the person hosting it had a crush on Beto. She like whenever he was talking to what's his name, Pete Buttigieg, and I think Pete Buttigieg gave like a snappy or sassy response. She was like, "Oh no, he didn't," and then like when he replied, she was like, "Oh, he did it." I don't know, but she really liked him. But yeah, and also other current issues is Tulsi Gabbard and Hillary Clinton. I don't know if you guys have heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. It's really going downhill for them. But I mean, what can you do, right? But rather than that, I mean, I don't know if you guys want to point out something else that caught your attention currently. I know what is it. You guys might want to say something about the pulling out of Saudi Arabia troops, but we covered that last meeting. But I mean, I don't know if you guys want to bring some more insight. What is it? Rather than that, that's all the issues that we have here. Just bring any issues. Are you here for
Oh
the
yeah,
app?
for I got the little forms for
Oh, okay.
Also, I got an email back because I forgot who told me, but they told me that they were never getting back to them in regards to starting YAP. Like he would send emails and they'd say, "Oh, you don't have enough members." But after this meeting, I will be heading over to one of the people that start the clubs or that they approve the clubs,
Mhm.
and hopefully I can get YAP approved, because once I get that approved, then I start getting all the YAP stuff, and then we can start having like the whole separate club thing. Because from starting, so there was a question in the chat regarding what's the difference between the Young Americans for Freedom and the Young American Foundation.
Foundation. Yeah.
So Young American Foundation is like, it's a separate section of Young Americans for Freedom. The Young Americans for Freedom is like for the students, and then the foundation is where you start bringing Dinesh D'Souza, Ben Shapiro, and all of that. So starting YAF would be really good, because overall we kind of get out of that spectrum of only being a Democratic area down here in the valley, because if we look at areas such as Harlingen and Mission and some areas of McAllen, they're actually very Republican, but they're ostracized by the Democratic GOP that's really prevalent down here, because time after time, the way it works is that the committees elect the mayors at the municipal level, so we just keep getting these Democratic pushing nominees over and over again. So I think by starting this, especially in an area where people want to become educated and look forward to areas in politics, it will actually influence that whole ideal across the spectrum, and we might be able to see, because that's my overall goal going into this. Hopefully I get to UT Austin and come back to the valley and switch it completely from being blue to red. You know, it's only a possibility, but we almost saw a blue change in Texas, so
Yeah, no,
if
for,
we can see that, then I'm pretty sure we could see a blue change in the valley, or a change to red in the valley.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I know it is a Mexican culture tends to be more conservative, but every now and then you'll hear, oh no, Republicans are against you, so it's taken out of the question. And some people are actually the walk away movement, since they're starting to see more of the how extreme they're getting.
Mhm.
They're starting to convert back. But
Did you hear about Proposition 4?
yeah, the what is it, the tax, right?
Yeah, I think it's a vote yes to it, because I think the way they word it, it
Yeah,
comes
it's vote
out to,
yes.
if you put no, it's gonna raise your taxes, so you have to like vote yes to it. You know how politicians are, they
But
make
what is the
suggestions.
argument for it? I never really heard the argument.
It's give Texas a state tax, because
Yeah,
right now
but-
we don't have state tax, we have federal, and that's it.
Yeah, but is there like a, I guess I wanna say is, why would you get a state tax? Is it, cause there's people that are going against it, right?
Well, it's mainly, you know.
Californians, but yeah, what
It's-
exactly
it's-
are they saying, like, oh, you know, it's gonna help us in the long run or something? I don't know, I mean,
I'm pretty sure they're just spewing out like
nonsense,
typical,
yeah.
all this raise the taxes so it could help, you know, welfare, this and that, climate change and stuff like that, you know, they're typical responses.
Yeah, yeah, no, I get you.
Oh, Al Gore, typical Al Gore, past like 30 years.
He didn't have that much money, but after, you know, with climate change, his bank really opened up.
Oh yeah, for sure. The whole idea has, see, the thing is, if you actually look into it, the Earth is a heat source. And in the past few years, we haven't seen a drastic change. It's even been said by really proficient scientific analysts. But the thing is, since those people, the way I see it, or that it has been exposed, is that if they don't push that political agenda, they lose funding that goes towards that quote unquote climate change research. So if they promote the idea that there really isn't anything going on in the world, and that the humans aren't at the, well, we do cause a small significance of climate change, but you know, that's gone with every, yeah, everything has a cause and effect, but it's not something as they make it out to seem where it's
Yeah.
irreversible and all this
Where-
other stuff.
They say our footprint is like, you know, massive, but compared to the actual data, it'll show like our activity is very insignificant.
It's just a bunch of fallacy after
Yeah.
fallacy. They say that the rainforests make up like 60% of the oxygen that's produced to the earth. That's completely incorrect. It comes from the oceans for the most part. And I think it's not that people are uneducated. I think it's more that they're just misinformed. Like
Yeah.
they kind of, what I see is that the Democrats or liberals like to point out the conservatives as choosing party over a candidate, or the party over the person. But I see that being used a lot more on their side, because if you ask most people, they'll just spew facts that they've seen on Twitter or whatever. They don't actually look into it. Like, I got into an argument with this person the other day, and they were saying, oh, the U.S. has a worse healthcare system than Canada and all these other countries because they have a higher mortality rate. And I was like, well, we actually take into account all abortions that are put into the mortality rate that we have to make
So
for the whole year.
gonna,
A bunch of other countries, they leave out the ones like in the first or second trimester, because they're like, oh, they're not lice yet, or to push that political agenda in
also,
those countries.
Canada doesn't really have that many people.
Yeah, like if you look at the population.
It's like comparing apples to oranges. It's
Yeah.
like they have a like a really small.
Oh yeah,
portion
he
of
won
it.
his re-election, right? Just since you know.
He lost the majority.
But they have like 43%, I think.
Really? So, but he,
So they have to team up with another party.
The conservatives hold the
Oh.
majority in parliament.
so what exactly is gonna happen? I mean, he won the minority vote, but does that just mean that he lost?
He has to form a coalition, probably with the NDP or something.
I mean, I don't know much about Canadian politics, but
They have like
It's
Canada's
beautiful
screwed up.
place, like not where the city is, but like the outskirts are
the
beautiful.
west. The west is nice. The
Yeah.
east is pretty.
But as soon as you get with all the people, it's kind of like.
yeah. Well, here would be the QR code for. We have folders where we save the slides, and occasionally I'll record the meetings just for any of the ones that can't make it. Like I know there's a few people in Brownsville that weren't able to attend this meeting because they have class and because no one's in Brownsville, like as in members. So,
Yeah.
but I'll probably update this, and if you guys are welcome to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's the same. It should be RGV College Republicans, almost all throughout. And the WhatsApp, if you guys are interested in joining, I can add you later on after the meeting. And if you have any concerns, you can also email us at rgvcollegerepublicans@gmail.com. But rather than that, that concludes the meeting. So he has the floor to recruit any.
Oh yeah, do you guys have scissors by any chance? Cause I didn't get time to kind of cut this. I don't know if I just wanna hand these out. Okay, so who was planning here on running for any of the positions or, yeah, or the chapter, or if they would like to? So basically, just for the purposes of, yeah, we have to have a vice chairman, a secretary, and a treasurer. But apart from that, we can branch off into things like recruitment managers, all stuff like that. But we just need the floor when I send in the application to be an official, so that's the only thing. So if any of you guys would like to just give a small, I guess, talk or speech about why you think you'd fit a position or whatever, because I need Henry, Ray, and Anthony for vice chairman. I don't know if they're here.
Anthony, I mean, he's in this campus, but I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, cause him and Henry, Ray, Olvera.
Well, yeah, Henry's from Brownsville.
Oh, he told me.
Yeah, he said he was gonna do a recording, no?
Oh, I don't know, he didn't send anything, did he?
Like he said, because I know he said we were gonna have it. I think you mentioned this like last week, and he was saying, "Oh, what about the people that aren't in Edinburgh?" And they said, I think you said, "Oh, you can record yourselves." And I was like, "Oh, if we record ourselves, they wouldn't take us seriously." But I mean, I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
Brownsville.
It's a far drive.
No, but I mean, I do wanna. One of the plans that I've been trying to, because college Republicans, it's like a whole thing for the state, right? And I just finished coming out from their conference. I want to say about the ending of September, at Houston. And one of the goals that I had planned was making here. I mean, here's already a chapter. Most of the members are actually from Edinburgh. And I want to make a separate chapter from College Republicans in Brownsville, only for Brownsville members, but still being in contact with them. But so far, Henry and I think one other members has been the only active members. I know there was like 4 last year, but they kind of disappeared, and I think they left the chat. I mean, I don't blame them. Everything's happening in Edinburgh, and why would you want to get spam?
It's all too separated.
Yeah, that's why I want to start it over there. But I mean, first we need members.
Yeah. We gotta put it all.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, if you guys would like to join his chapter and have like I guess a proposition of like, oh, why I should be, well, you're welcome to do so right now.
Yeah, this is more just to get like the RGV on the map, because then here we hardly get any conservative or right-wing speakers to come to like our campuses. Mostly it's dominated by those Democrats as we've discussed. We occasionally get like the local people, but from on the global level we hardly get anyone down here. It's usually we have to travel upstate or we have to go to Harlingen or something. Like Dinesh D'Souza comes.
I had talked to some lady called Stormy, I believe, from Turning Point.
Oh yeah, TP. Yeah.
She wanted to start a chapter down here, but
For TP,
yeah,
there was already one.
yeah, but
it wasn't
Yeah.
it
official.
goes down this year because there was no numbers.
What?
They shut it down because there was no numbers.
No numbers.
Members.
No members. Yeah, there was members. I'm in the group chat.
Oh, really?
I was one of the members, but they ever since
Because she
they
I don't think it was official though, right?
she
they I remember. So the president of that chapter, she's actually a secretary here, right? And actually, I think she became president there first, and a position opened up and asked her, hey, are you interested? Because she was actually she was becoming more active here in the club as well. She said, yeah, and she told me how much of a pain it was to set up an organization here, and that's what I'm telling you, it's gonna be a pain, horrible pain. Thank goodness this one was already made, so
And
I had-
also to maintain it.
yeah, but maintaining it is the tricky part too. But no, it's I don't want to curse, but it is a lot of
Especially since over here they do give people with conservative voices like run
Yeah.
around and they prolong it.
I know it is so we have this meeting where we have to attend to represent the organization, and if we don't have at least two members, they basically kind of like cancel our organization until you do it, right? But me and my vice president, we went and we made sure we did everything so we can get approved. And then I think 2 weeks later, they tell us, "Oh, you didn't go," and I was like, "Yeah, I was," and then like, "Oh, sorry," you know, they like you know.
Me, personally, we're back on that effort and not focusing so much on outcomes. I think, like we just said, if we, have a continued discussion on some of the individual weightings of this, that again is our departmental issue. Are there bigger picture issues, especially the AR committee that share things that we like or I'm not fully sure to get all of that. We're good? Okay. Well,
Is you recording?
Big brother.
I was like, 1984 again.
Can you hear me? Hello. Well, that was weird. I don't know if he was talking to us or like we received. I mean, it sounded like he was addressing us, but anyways, like I was saying, we were at that I guess convention, and they knew me by name, and I never like what is it? Yeah, I never met them. It was like, oh, you must be Pedro Tinajero for the College Republicans. Like, they even know my last name, so I
Did
was
they
thinking,
say your last name right?
yeah, they said my last name. I
I
was
can't say your last name right.
And I don't blame you. I mean, they always say Tijerina, Tijanero. They screwed up every time. But anyways, yeah, I think they honestly do. They have us on their radar for sure.
From
And
what I heard, TP was turned down because a bunch of people were addressing it as a terrorist right-wing organization.
well, I know the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing
Because of
was
the thing in front of the library, right? Or something like that?
really no.
was
Well,
like
I mean,
that. I
there
saw
was
it.
Well, that was one of the times.
there was so before it became an actual organization, some guy, a representative for TPUSA, actually came here, and he was recruiting. And I think on the last day that he was going to be here, he was recruiting, and
What's his name,
some of the
Ben?
police officers came and I forgot.
I think Ben.
Yeah, Ben. Yes, Ben. I remember because he was a Jew and he was telling me how, oh yeah, this is often for me. This is a common. And I was just like, oh, wow. No, but what is it? The police like came and was like, hey, do you have a permit? Like to be here? It's like, oh no, I don't. And so they took him.
It's
Yeah.
because he wasn't studying here, and
But it's
but
a public campus, so.
it's a public campus. However, if anyone complains, they'll address it to the school. The school would then tell the police like, hey.
Why couldn't I complain about the march they had for climate change? That was
For real?
disturbing me.
Well, I think you could actually complain if there's people who are not students.
Oh,
Yeah, if they're students, then, they can't really do anything because, one, they're paying to be here, and two, like, they're students. So, but Ben, he wasn't a student here.
So how many people you have from Bronson?
Brownsville, as of right now, we had, I want to say about 6 people. Right now, I think we have around 3 or 4. Because there's a few members in the group chat that say, oh, I'm in Brownsville campus, I kind of attend, or hey, anyone from Brownsville campus want to meet up, or stuff like that, right? But I mean, yeah, honestly, man, do you have class right now, or
I
you're
have
like
class right now, like,
in a few minutes?
no, I had already had class.
Oh, okay, so you finished, okay, so you're probably gonna head to Brownsville right after? Yeah, so I noticed what I plan on doing was maybe, I know for a fact, after this is done,
Cause I
actually,
know a couple people who like,
would want to,
yeah.
I noticed
Cause
it.
like mainly, everybody from political science in Brownsville, we all have the same classes.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kinda like,
Oh, you're political
You
science?
kind of know everybody
we know
who believes and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I noticed it. I think the president for the PSA, right? Or I don't know if you know what that is, PSA, Political Science Association or something
Oh,
like that. But for Brownsville, she reached out to me and she said she wanted a debate, like with the, I don't know if the Democrats, if there's a organization here. There was 2 of them, the Socialists and I think the Young Democrats. But I think they died down.
Here, but there's not.
Yeah.
I sent
There was
the
more
name, they
members
changed their
when
name.
we first got
They
elected.
changed their name?
Yes.
But are they still? I mean, I have not seen. Well, actually, I have in Liberal Art Building South Labs. I saw like in the class, there's like a board, and I remember only one flyer there, and it's been there for like almost 2 years because the dates are really off. What is it? Yeah, you might wanna. What I was thinking is, I'm recording all this, right? So I can upload it maybe on YouTube or maybe on Google Drive, and then for all the people that kind of that are in Brownsville would have it here, but it's not the same thing for sure.
Yeah, it's better to be there in person than
Mhm.
to actually.
I think what could get us out on the map a little more is to kind of pull, not necessarily something like Flecka's does or something like that, because I think that would actually work very well because in our area it's very homogenous in the sense of how they lean politically. So you could kind of get that, like through that, I think we could educate the public and not only that, put us out on the map because I think in an area such as ours, it'd be really interesting and people would actually want to see how not necessarily how divided, but how one-sided we are down here. And I think that just puts us on the map more and maybe just kind of making this group, I know this is my first time here and I'm putting in a lot, like if I was here forever.
Mhm.
But from what I had in high school, what worked a lot was just putting yourself out there as much as you can, especially just around campus. I could go and print a bunch of posters and I think what we can do is have like a weekly debate or every other week a weekly debate where we just invite anyone to come no matter what and just so we can and then
Well,
record that and post that.
The issue would be one, reserving a place, and since it's gonna be big as well, it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more than an hour for sure. Because I know, well, when I started right last year, I actually wanted to have that, and we did have one a member, Xavier. He loved debates, bro, and he was actually probably one of the most active ones too. And every now and then he'll be like, "Oh, you know what? I'll do devil's advocate," and then he'll do something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. What is it? Long hair. He grew out his beard. He had a small one. Now it's pretty big. But anyway, so yeah, it's possible for sure. And I know actually the PSA here, the Political Science Association chapter from here, actually invited us to a abortion debate, but I had class, so I couldn't attend. But I mean, if anything, I'll probably reach out to the president and let him know so we can have like a more recognition. Oh yeah, we were right. Yeah, but I was never able to get a hold of him. Like what times? But no, I think you said around weekends is good. So I'll probably do that.
That's fine.
Yeah, but if you guys have any other concerns, that concludes the meeting. There is pizza right there if you guys have not ate yet. I will say it's only 2 pizzas, cheese and pepperoni, so beggars can't be choosers, right? But, yeah, that concludes the meeting. If you guys would like more information or